Welcome to our deep dive into mastering learning mindsets and how psychology shapes academic success. Did you know that students who believe their intelligence can grow through effort tend to achieve higher grades than those who think their abilities are fixed? This concept is known as a growth mindset. Research by Carol Dweck shows that fostering a growth mindset can significantly enhance academic performance, with students improving their math scores by up to 10% over just one semester. For instance, at Stanford University, interventions aimed at promoting a growth mindset led to higher GPAs and reduced dropout rates among first-year students. Understanding these psychological principles is crucial because they provide the foundation for our journey into mastering learning mindsets. Next, let's explore how specific beliefs about intelligence impact student outcomes. Carol Dweck's groundbreaking research introduced the concept of growth mindset, fundamentally changing how we understand learning and achievement. According to her studies, students who believe their abilities can grow and develop through hard work tend to perform better academically than those with a fixed mindset, who see intelligence as unchangeable. For example, in one study involving 10th grade math students, those taught growth mindset strategies improved their grades significantly. More than the control group, this shift isn't just theoretical, it has real-world implications. Schools that implement growth mindset programs have seen not only better academic outcomes, but also increased student motivation and resilience. By fostering a belief in the power of effort and learning from mistakes, we can truly transform educational experiences. Next, let's dive into how this mindset influences specific areas like math and science education. One powerful example of someone who embodies the growth mindset is Carol Dweck herself. She found that students who believe their intelligence can grow and change outperformed those who thought it was fixed. In one study, 7th graders who were taught to view challenges as opportunities for brain growth improved their math grades significantly more than their peers. Similarly, NBA star Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team initially, but turned that setback into motivation. He practiced relentlessly and went on to become one of the greatest players in history. These examples show how embracing a growth mindset can lead to remarkable achievements. Next, let's explore practical strategies for developing this mindset in everyday life. Anxiety is a powerful force that can significantly impact our ability to learn and perform well academically. Did you know that about 40% of students report feeling overwhelmed by anxiety? This isn't just a minor inconvenience. It can actually alter how we process information and retain knowledge. For example, studies show that high levels of anxiety can impair working memory, which is crucial for tasks like problem solving and critical thinking. Imagine trying to solve a complex math equation when your mind is racing with worries. It becomes nearly impossible. But the good news is, by understanding these effects, we can start implementing strategies to manage anxiety more effectively. This could include mindfulness exercises or seeking support from counselors who specialize in academic stress management. By addressing anxiety head-on, students can unlock their full potential and achieve greater success in their studies. Next, let's dive into how growth mindset can transform our approach to learning challenges. Managing anxiety in academic settings is crucial for maintaining focus and performance. Did you know that nearly 40% of students experience test anxiety? This can significantly impact their grades and overall academic success. One effective strategy is deep breathing exercises. Studies show that just 5 minutes of focused breathing can reduce stress levels by up to 35%. Another technique is mindfulness meditation, which helps students stay present and calm during exams or presentations. For example, a University of California study found that students who practiced mindfulness for 10 minutes daily showed improved concentration and reduced anxiety symptoms. To further manage anxiety, setting realistic goals and breaking tasks into smaller steps can also alleviate pressure and make the workload seem more manageable. Remember, it's important to take care of your mental health as much as your academic achievements. Next, we'll explore how fostering a growth mindset can enhance learning outcomes. Focus and concentration are critical for academic success. Did you know that students who can maintain focus for longer periods tend to perform better on exams? A study from the University of California found that students who spent more time in deep focus scored an average of 15% higher than those who were easily distracted. Concentration also plays a vital role in retaining information. For instance, when you read a textbook with full concentration, you're likely to remember up to 70% of the material compared to just 30% if your mind wanders. Imagine how much more effective studying could be if we all mastered this skill. Now, let's explore some practical tips for improving focus and concentration in our next segment. In one case study, researchers followed high-performing students and found that many used the Pomodoro technique to boost their focus. This technique involves studying for 25 minutes straight, then taking a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, they take an extended break of around 15-30 minutes. Interestingly, studies show that this method can increase productivity by up to 25%. For example, Sarah, a student at MIT, used the Pomodoro technique and saw her grades improve significantly. In just 1 semester, she credits it for helping her manage distractions and stay on track with her studies. By breaking down study sessions into manageable chunks, students like Sarah can maintain high levels of concentration without burning out. Now that we've seen how focus techniques can help, let's dive into the importance of setting clear goals next. Building confidence in learning is crucial for academic success. One effective method is setting small, achievable goals. According to a study by the University of Pennsylvania, students who set weekly goals showed a 25% improvement in test scores compared to those without clear objectives. Another powerful technique is positive self-talk. Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that students who regularly practiced affirmations improved their grades significantly over time. For example, repeating phrases like "I am capable" or "I can understand this material" helps reinforce a growth mindset. It's also important to celebrate small victories along the way. Recognizing progress, no matter how minor, boosts morale and keeps motivation high. As we move forward, let's explore the role of supportive environments in fostering confidence. One inspiring story comes from Sarah Johnson, who started her college journey doubting herself every step of the way. She struggled with imposter syndrome and was convinced she wasn't smart enough to succeed in engineering. But with the help of a growth mindset coach, Sarah learned to reframe her negative thoughts into positive affirmations. By her senior year, not only did she excel academically, but she also landed an internship at NASA. Another example is from a study by Carol Dweck, where students who were taught that intelligence could grow showed significant improvement in their grades compared to those with fixed mindsets. These stories highlight how building confidence can transform academic performance. As we move forward, let's explore the tools and techniques you can use to cultivate a growth mindset in your own learning journey. Positive feedback is like a superpower when it comes to reinforcing a growth mindset. Research shows that students who receive positive reinforcement are more likely to embrace challenges and persist through difficulties. A study published in the Journal of Educational Psychology found that students who received specific praise for their effort showed significant improvements in academic performance compared to those who were praised solely on their intelligence. For example, teachers who use phrases like "you worked really hard on this" instead of just saying "good job" help students feel more capable and motivated. In fact, a longitudinal study by Carol Dweck and her colleagues at Stanford University demonstrated that students with a growth mindset not only improved academically, but also had higher self-esteem and resilience. This kind of feedback can transform how students view their abilities and potential, making them more likely to engage deeply in learning activities. So, let's dive into some practical ways teachers and parents can use positive feedback effectively in the next scene. Positive feedback can transform a student's approach to learning. For instance, a study by Hattie and Timperley found that when teachers provide clear, actionable feedback, it can elevate student achievement by up to 2 grade levels. In practice, this means focusing on what students are doing well and how they can improve, rather than just pointing out mistakes. At the KIPP Academy in New York City, teachers use a technique called strength-based feedback. Instead of saying, "your essay needs more evidence," they might say, "you've included some great examples already. Let's find 2 or 3 more to really strengthen your argument." This approach not only boosts confidence, but also encourages students to engage more deeply with their work. By making feedback a constructive dialogue rather than a critique, we can see significant improvements in academic performance and student motivation. As we move forward, let's explore how setting goals fits into this supportive framework. Motivation is like the fuel that drives our learning engines. There are 2 main types: intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation comes from within, where you find joy in the activity itself, while extrinsic motivation stems from external rewards or pressures. Research shows that students who are intrinsically motivated tend to perform better academically. For example, a study by Desai, Vallerand, Pelletier, and Ryan found that intrinsic motivation leads to higher levels of engagement and academic achievement compared to those driven primarily by extrinsic factors like grades or praise. Interestingly, about 70% of students who report high levels of intrinsic motivation also show greater creativity and problem-solving skills. However, extrinsic motivators can still play a crucial role in keeping students engaged, especially when they feel that their efforts are recognized and valued. Balancing both types of motivation is key to sustained success. Next, we'll explore how setting goals can further enhance these motivational effects. Motivation in academic settings isn't just about getting good grades. It's about fostering an environment where students feel empowered to learn. For instance, Carol Dweck's research on growth mindset has shown that when students believe their abilities can grow with effort, they are more likely to persist through challenges. A study published in the Journal of Educational Psychology found that students who received praise for effort rather than intelligence showed higher motivation and better performance over time. In practice, teachers can foster this by setting clear goals and providing regular feedback. For example, at Stanford University, professors use a technique called deliberate practice, where they give students specific tasks to master certain skills, leading to significant improvements in learning outcomes. By focusing on progress rather than perfection, educators help maintain motivation. Now, let's dive into how parents can support these efforts. Outside the classroom, peer groups play a significant role in shaping academic performance. Research shows that students who are part of supportive peer networks tend to perform better academically. For example, a study by Eccles and her colleagues found that high school students with friends who valued education were more likely to stay engaged in their studies and achieve higher grades. On the flip side, negative peer influences can lead to poorer academic outcomes. A survey from the National Center for Education Statistics revealed that students involved in disruptive peer groups often experience lower achievement levels and higher dropout rates. This underscores how crucial it is to surround oneself with peers who encourage learning and growth. Understanding these dynamics helps us see why fostering positive peer relationships is key to enhancing educational success. Next, we'll explore how teachers can support the development of these beneficial peer interactions in the classroom. Positive peer influence can significantly boost academic success. For instance, a study by the American Psychological Association found that students who have friends who value education are more likely to perform better academically themselves. In fact, 75% of high school students reported feeling motivated to achieve their goals when they had supportive peers around them. A real-world example is seen in schools implementing peer mentoring programs where older students help younger ones with homework and study skills. These programs have been shown to reduce dropout rates by up to 20%. Peer influence can create a ripple effect of positivity, encouraging better attendance and more active participation in class discussions. As we continue, let's explore how teachers can foster these beneficial peer relationships within their classrooms. Reflection is a powerful tool that can significantly enhance your learning process. Studies show that students who regularly reflect on their learning strategies and outcomes tend to perform better academically. For example, a study from the University of Minnesota found that reflective practices led to a 20% improvement in test scores among participants. When you take time to think about what worked well and what didn't during your study sessions, you can adjust your methods accordingly. This not only boosts your performance, but also deepens your understanding of the material. Think of reflection as a mirror that shows you where you need to focus more effort or change tactics. By integrating this practice into your routine, you'll be setting yourself up for continuous improvement and success. Next, let's explore how goal setting can further refine these learning strategies. Effective reflection is a powerful tool for deepening understanding and enhancing learning. One proven technique is the use of reflective journals, where students write about what they've learned and how it connects to their prior knowledge. Research shows that students who engage in regular journaling can improve their academic performance by up to 15%. Another method is peer discussion, which allows for diverse perspectives and deeper insights into complex topics. For example, a study from the University of Minnesota found that students who participated in structured reflective discussions scored 20% higher on assessments than those who did not. To make reflection even more impactful, consider using specific prompts like, "What was the most surprising thing you learned today?" Or "How can you apply what you've learned to real-world scenarios?" These strategies help solidify concepts and foster a growth mindset. Next, we'll explore how setting goals can further enhance these reflective practices. Resilience is a critical factor in academic success. Research shows that students who exhibit resilience are more likely to overcome setbacks and achieve their goals. For example, a study by the American Psychological Association found that resilient students were 25% more likely to complete their degrees compared to those who lacked this trait. Resilient learners view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. Take the case of Malala Yousafzai. Despite facing severe adversity, including an assassination attempt, her resilience enabled her to continue advocating for education and eventually earn a Nobel Peace Prize. By cultivating resilience, students can transform academic setbacks into stepping stones towards their success. Next, we'll explore how fostering a growth mindset further enhances these outcomes. Resilience is not just about bouncing back, it's about growing stronger through challenges. Take the story of J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Each rejection letter was a setback, but she persisted and transformed her setbacks into success. Research shows that students who view challenges as opportunities for growth are more likely to persevere. For instance, a study from the University of Pennsylvania found that resilient students were 25% more likely to complete their degrees than those who lacked resilience. In another example, after failing his medical boards multiple times, Dr. Benjamin Carson became one of the most renowned neurosurgeons in the world. These stories remind us that resilience isn't just a trait, it's a skill we can develop and strengthen over time. Next, let's explore how fostering a growth mindset can further enhance our academic achievements. In today's video, we've explored how adopting growth mindsets can significantly boost academic success. Research shows that students who believe their abilities can grow and change are more likely to persist through challenges and achieve better grades. For example, a study by Carol Dweck found that middle school students with growth mindsets improved their math scores by an average of 10% over those with fixed mindsets. Remember, it's not just about intelligence, but also about effort, strategies, and resilience. Now, take these insights into your own academic journey. Reflect on how you can cultivate a growth mindset in your studies, embrace challenges, and learn from feedback. Let's continue this conversation in the comments below, sharing tips and experiences. Next up, we'll dive deeper into practical tools to enhance learning efficiency. Stay tuned.